Hi guys, it is day 2 of the Atlas. So I hope that you were able to complete everything up until this moment. You've already done the question of the day at this point. You've finished the sheet, I would imagine, at this point. And now you're looking to just make sure your answers were exactly what they were supposed to be. So thank you for participating. Thank you for giving us a try. I know this part is a little bit boring, but I'll be honest with you. One year I skipped this part, and then it kind of was disastrous for the rest of the school year because kids didn't know where things like the unit title were and what to expect from the timeline. So thank you for participating in this with me, and thank you for going through this with me. I think it is a beneficial part to getting used to the atlases. Also, I forgot something that I never forget to do, except that I did, and that is to say the atlases are very precious. They're very, very, fragile, and they break easily. You'd think they make them a little stronger because they know students will be using them, but they do not. So I have to count on you guys as students to be very, very careful with them. Plus, a lot of students use them over the years. So through time, they tend to get beat up a little bit. You may have noticed some pages were missing or falling out. I'm counting on you and trusting in you to please be really cautious with these. Treat them kindly. Treat them as though they are made of gold, and to be very gentle with them. I'm sure your teachers already reviewed that with you, but I did not say that in the video. So thank you for doing that, and thank you for being extra gentle with these and not dropping them, not writing on them hard, or not just being very gentle. So thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, so I want to go over a few of the answers. I can't go through all of them. That would be crazy boring. But I do want to review a couple things because I want you to notice some things. So I'm going to give you all the answers, but you don't have to, but I'm not going to talk about every single answer. So first of all, do you have a checking pen out of some sort? Do you have some kind of a marker, different colored pen? I don't care what it is, just something that's a little bit different in color. I'm not grading you on how many you get wrong or right on this. I'm grading you in that you were following along, that you made corrections, and that you completed everything. So just have something out to write with that you can add in answers, you can change answers, you can go ahead and make some adjustments if you have any mistakes. Okay, so I'll give you a second for that in case you don't have something out. Okay, so the first part was asking us to be in the inside front cover, and that is to see this timeline. And so I told you to be cautious with the BCE and the AD and the CE, I should say, because it's in the reverse order of the geohistogram, depending on how your brain works. Some people like it this way, some people don't. So either which way, it doesn't really matter, except that I want you to notice that when you are adding in the labels for BCE or CE. So the first answer, like I said, I can't go over. I don't want to go every single answer, but I'm going to briefly go through some of these. So the first answer I'm just going to tell you is 8,000 BC, or another way of saying that is BCE. Okay, so that's your first answer. The next one says the answer is 3,000 BC or BCE. No, you do not have to have both of these. I'm just letting you know that both of those are correct. You could have just had BCE or you could have just had BC. That is up to you. I just am putting both on so you'll know. This one I'm going to actually say, construction begins on the Great Wall of China. So you would have had to have gone over here and skimmed through, when do you think the construction begins in the Great Wall of China? That's a tough one. Gosh, you think it wouldn't have been that long ago because it's such a huge wall, but the actual situation is, that the construction begins in the Great Wall of China right here at 220 BC or 220 BCE. So you probably saw that, and you just write 220 BC or BCE. Bubonic plague spreads to Europe. So we'd have to look around in here, and we have to just try and notice where. Oh, goodness. Oh, there it is. Okay. Right here. We see that indication, and that is 1346 AD, or also we could say CE. Remember, you don't have to have both of these. Did I say AB? I meant AD if I said that. So AD or CE. You don't have to have both, just one or the other. Okay, and then the last one I'll just tell you was 1879 AD or CE. Okay, so again, kind of going fast through some of these, taking our time on others. I don't want to take your entire class period to go through this. I think most of these are probably fairly easy. The next one says to go to pages 2 and 3, so I'm going to do that because that is where I will find these answers. And it is saying, you are writing a report comparing ancient Greece and Rome. Where would you look for the information about Greece and Rome in the atlas? You should have put pages 30 to 43, and we can see that. I know I said I wouldn't go through all this, but I get just like excited about it, and it's right here, pages 30 to 43. Okay, if you're talking about the French Revolution, it's going to be over here. French Revolution was right here, and it asks you for the unit, so that would be unit 9, and the years that it covers says right here, 1775 through 1914. Now, if you haven't had one of these correct, just cross it out and put the correct answer in. Noticing that, oh yeah, I see that now, I missed where it said French Revolution. Or I put these page numbers down for years accidentally. Whatever it is, notice your mistake. That way you won't make it again, and go ahead and fix it up. This one was a little trickier perhaps. It says you are studying China from the ancient times to 1600s. What 2 units would you look at to find more information about China during this time period? Well, if it says ancient, I'm going to start over on this side. And this says something about ancient, but I'm not sure. That's Greece and Rome. Oh, ancient Egypt, China, India, and Mexico. Okay, and this is the ancient part. So I would notice that it says unit 2. And then if I go down here, there's some more stuff about Asia. So I'm looking in here and I'm noticing stuff about China. And that time period is into the 1600s. So I'm going to say unit 4. Okay, you need to find the countries of the world today. Where would the reference maps be that would help you? And this would be down in this section right here. You did that, and you probably said pages 126 through 129. Okay, moving on. How does this atlas work? This is another part that I think is essential. It says to go to page 4 and 5. And how do we really utilize this to get the answers? This is the part you want to know about. It told you to order these from 1 through 4 in the order of which you should read them and follow them. So this upper left-hand corner, so this is my upper left-hand corner right here. And I'm going to notice that it first says to read the unit title. What is this whole thing about? Read the unit title. It tells what the unit is about and what the time period it covers. So I'm going to put unit title as number 1. Then it says topic title. It's kind of like a subtitle. What about in this title are we going to study about more specifically? That is the topic title, and you are going to read that second. The next thing is the introduction. Ding, 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 right here are a lot of answers on these atlas pages. You might want to take special note and actually read this section. You will find lots of answers if you read this area. That is number 3. And then the A, B, C, D. These are labeled different things. It could be anything. It could be a chart. It could be a graph. It could be a picture. It could be who knows what, even a little paragraph. So they are going to show you all of those things to A, B, C, and D. So that would be the next thing that you would get into. So the answer goes like this: 3, 2, 4, 1. If you didn't have that, just reread this when you have a chance at the end of today, and notice the order of those items. On the back, it says to use pages 4 and 5 continuing on, and it says the title of the map and the explanations of what its colors and other symbols mean are found in the, what do you think? Legend. And right here it reiterates what I just read. So it's legend. A legend or a key. And if you put key, you can have key, but the word they use right here is legend. This is how you know what all these squiggles mean. What does the blob mean? What does the yellow mean? Would they just like green? So they threw some green in there? No. They're talking about something specific. So noticing what the arrows mean, noticing what the dots mean, that is in your legend or key. Okay, many captions on the map are called callouts. And this provides you with additional information. So what is this going on over here? Oh, okay, I can read that. What is this going on right here? Oh, I see. Okay, we're talking about this, we're talking about that. Gives you additional information in the call outs. Key events from a unit's time period are shown on the, you got it guys, unit timeline. And that makes sense, and the unit timeline is up at the top, right up there. Helps to put things into perspective. I like that linear picture so I can understand who's doing what and when. The next one, keywords or ideas are explained by the history questions. So when you go down to this little thing right here, history question, that little scoopy thing and then this ending in a question, that is what they're talking about. They have them throughout the whole entire atlas. Lots of information in these things too. A lot of times it's just cool little pieces of information. Okay, so I'm just going to give you a second to catch up. And then the next part is look at the atlas pages. They're actually asking you to try out using an atlas page. You're not getting to know it. We're not studying this right now. But on pages 6 and 7, if you had to know this, what is the unit title? And the unit title here is Early Settlements and Civilizations. Early Settlements and Civilizations. It's right here. This is your title. Oops, I gotta scoop my A there. Okay, what is the topic title? So that was the next step down, and if you forgot, what the heck, just go back. I forgot what topic title means. That's okay. Go back and look. Topic title is that little subtitle. People migrate across the earth. People migrate across the earth. The next one says, is item B a map, graph, or a picture? So that says A, that says B, that says C, that says D. So I'm going to go to B, and indeed that is a graph. Okay, what keywords does the history question explain? And the history question is always in that little scooping purple part with the question, and this says, what was the Ice Age? Again, I'll hold for a second while you guys catch up if you need to. I don't know if that's hard to read, sorry. Okay, the next part was to fill in this chart using pages 126 to 144 and the front and back covers. Wondering if anyone had to be redirected on this one. I am not going to go slowly on this. I'm going to kind of speed through it because I think you guys can figure it out. And you probably already worked with it with your friends. So I'm going to go ahead kind of quickly and just fill in that the maps are from 126 to 129. And that the glossary is where you can find the definitions. And that's from page 134 to 136. And then abbreviations is inside the inside front cover. And then the index my favorite part of a book that I may use more often than not is on pages 137 to 144. The timetables of world history and the chart that shows the happenings in different places at the same time is on page 130 to 133. And then the thematic index is in the inside back cover. Okay. Assess how you did on this. This isn't a personal assessment. Could you have done better? Did you do great? Did you learn a few things along the way? Are you prepared to do another atlas where you actually dig into information? I hope that you like this idea, and I hope that you found it fun and interesting. What I need you to do, please, is to ask your crew teacher who he or she wants you to give these to, or make a pile someplace, because I'm going to look those over. So if you could just, with your crew teacher's guidance, please go ahead and make a pile, and I will collect these, making sure that you have your name and your crew teacher's name on there so that I know who you are. I can give you credit. Okay, guys, thank you for participating in this Atlas activity. I really hope that you enjoyed it and that you're looking forward to doing some more with Atlas work, because we do have more coming your way. Have a great afternoon, and I will see you back tomorrow.